What's up YouTube, and welcome to a series I'm going to be calling Is It Worth It to Platinum? It's a simple series in which I cover games that I've recently platinumed, and I go over with you if it's worth your time, your money, if it's worth playing in general. Now with those questions being answered along the way, and multiple other categories being covered, you will be warned right now, there will be spoilers ahead. Mainly in the next section, because I will be going over the game's summary. I will put a timestamp right here, just to let you know that if you want to skip it, you can. If you don't want to skip it and you want to sit through the summary, be my guest. And if you do find yourself making it through the video, if you find yourself enjoying the video, if you find yourself enjoying my voice when I speak to you, consider subscribing, liking, and commenting all those beautiful things, because it's going to let me know, is it worth it to continue this damn series? And if you do show me that you enjoy it, there's plenty of more content on the way, because there's plenty of games to be platinumed, plenty of games to be played, plenty of games to be questioning. So without further ado, let's jump into the video, shall we? Today we'll be adventuring into the post-apocalyptic terrains of Central Oregon in Days Gone, where we follow our protagonist, Deacon St. John, Deke for short. In simpler and less apocalyptic times, Deke was part of the Mongrels MC, which he blatantly still carries over 2 years into the current times. Still riding with his cut, rings, mechanical skills, and his blood brother, fellow mongrel, Boozer. They've cut out their role in these dangerous times as drifters, running jobs and collecting bounties for the corresponding camps of each region of the map. Everything from rescuing those who aren't fit to be out in the mess, to clearing ripper camps or freaker nests, to bringing back every damn ear from every freaker that they've killed. His MC past isn't the only relevant past that sticks around. Unfortunately, Deke's wife Sarah was deemed dead during the initial events of the outbreak. Fast forward to present times, Boozer gets attacked by rippers, the crazy cult of people who want to be like the freakers. Now Deke must find ways to help him, and ends up running into Nero Black choppers in the process. Tracking them down to figure out if Sarah is still alive, Deke not only runs into the choppers, through this period of time, he also introduces us to the camps and their heads of leadership. We've got Mark Copeland, located in the Peaceful Lake Wilderness area, Alkai and Ada Tucker in the Hot Springs, and finally Iron Mike and company in the Lost Lake area. Iron Mike is the most familiar camp to our duo here, as they were basically kicked out of the camp not too long ago because of some disagreements they had with Iron Mike himself. Deke has no other choice though, because Boozer keeps getting worse and needs medical help, and in return for the help that they provide to Boozer, Deke must earn back the camp's trust and make runs for them again, helping Iron Mike just like old times. After building back up the trust between each other, Iron Mike and Deke ride off to the pass over the mountains to send Deke off to find Sarah. Finding her in the malicious hold is one of the scientists trying to win the war against what we soon find out it's everyone in the Colonel's path. Deke works his way up through the ranks to get her out of there, while freeing the rest of the well-rounded militia from the Colonel's grasp in one final siege against the militia stronghold after their fatal attack on the Lost Lake camp that ended up killing Iron Mike. From the start, Deke has been struggling with a reason to keep going, a reason to keep living, but in the end, he ultimately becomes the beacon of hope for all sane survivors in the surrounding areas. Days Gone was released on April 26, 2019, and after almost 4 years we can see a weird area of feedback for the game. Overall, player feedback has been pretty damn good, and I have yet to really see a fully negative review, with many even requesting a sequel, but for some reason when it came to mainstream reviewers or game news sources, it wasn't exactly well received. There were hopes and talks of a Days Gone 2, but unfortunately as I'm reading and going through articles, the sequel was canned. Days Gone can be found on the PlayStation Store for $40 and has frequently ended up on sales, and is free with both extra and premium tiers of PlayStation Plus. Days Gone was also developed by Bend Studios and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. When it comes to awards for the game, Days Gone was a nominee for a plethora of awards, but was ultimately the winner of the Golden Joystick Awards in 2019 for PlayStation Game of the Year and Best Storytelling, and also won the Jerry Goldsmith Award for Best Original Score for a Video Game. So here's the drill. I start a timer on my phone once I've officially started the game, and I stop that said timer after the session is finished. Also, I do not skip cutscenes on my initial playthrough of the game, and I try to avoid using fast travel by all means. So once my playtime is revealed, you can take all of that information into context. I then go through totaling up all the times from every play session to gather the final time on how long it took me to platinum the game. Ready? It took me 45 hours, 3 minutes, 55 seconds to get the platinum in Days Gone. According to PSN profiles, it takes on average 60 hours. So it looks as if I come out on top, being about 15 hours ahead of schedule, looks like. Now with that must come some gameplay context. I played through the game on normal difficulty, and did not fast travel into the last 3 to 4 hours of the platinum run just to finish up a few remaining trophies here and there. I had once I had already finished the story and did not skip any cutscenes throughout that story. Only took me one playthrough to acquire everything. So if you were not to fast travel at all or play hard right out the gate, I could see a 60-hour run. Besides, a huge part of Days Gone is your bike. Riding, maintaining, and upgrading this bike is very satisfying, so the idea of using fast travel kinda sorta spoils the whole experience. Also, I felt normal to be pretty easy after getting the hang of the mechanics, but that did not detour my gameplay experience at all. I practically shit myself every time I ran into a horde pre-endgame, mainly because it was always on accident, and after you deck yourself out in goodies, it just becomes so satisfying to take down hordes. So finally, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the horde in the room. It's trophy time, ladies and gents. Days Gone has a total of 46 trophies, including the platinum, and a trophy list difficulty of a 4 out of 10 according to PSN profiles. They base on a 1 being easiest, 10 being hardest scale, and I dropped that by a 0.5 or a full point in all honesty. The only thing for me that would up the difficulty from 1 in this case would be the length of the platinum journey and the trophy The Broken Road Show, which requires you to collect 75% of the game's collectibles. Collectible trophies are often a pain, but when it comes to a survival game where the collectibles are minor things that are easily overlooked and can get tedious combing over the map even with a guide, other than that, those two factors, most of the trophies will be obtained naturally by playing through the game, so while some may just need some heads up beforehand jumping into the game, for example, this is a knife. This trophy requires you to kill one of the beefier freaker types with a knife. Now you may be saying, well, that sounds like a pain in the ass. Fact is, you're wrong. Just get one of these beefier freaker types down low with a gun or damage it some other way until it's just about to die, then run up, Dark Souls his ass with your knife, dodge, roll, slice, memorize the patterns, get good, and then you pop the trophy. Also, You've Got Red on You is a grind that is definitely achievable without knowing anything beforehand, but being a raccoon from the very start to every lootable enemy, in this case lootable meaning you can press square on them, you will definitely save some time when it comes to looting 541 items from corpses. I like to skim over the trophy list quickly before going over the game, and I break the trophies up into a few categories just to get an idea of what I'm getting into. Obviously trying my best not to spoil myself if I've never played the game beforehand. So out of those 46 trophies, we have of course the platinum. That we'll just push over to the side for now. And our first category is story related. These trophies are simply completed by playing through the main story and are acquired during different points or missions throughout. Total story trophies, 14. Next we've got difficulty related. This is again very simple. Once you start up a game, 99% of the time you have a difficulty slider. Difficulty related trophies are based on that slider and require you to complete the game on whatever difficulty is mentioned. Thankfully, most games that have these trophies make them stackable, so they're easy to obtain. Total difficulty trophies, 0. Third, we've got collectible related. This type of trophy must see the player collect items that are placed around the game's world, whatever those collectible specific items may be. Total collectible trophies, 4. Fourth, we've got multiplayer related. Self-explanatory, you must be in the online mode of the game, if there is one, to collect these trophies. Total multiplayer trophies, 0. Finally, we've got the rest. In the case of Days Gone, it ranging from kill-based trophies, bike-related trophies, and side quest storyline completions. Total rest of the list, 27. So overall, my ratings for this platinum journey are a 3 out of 10 for difficulty. It's not a difficult platinum by any means. 6 out of 10 for duration. It's quite a lengthy platinum, sitting at around 45 to a 60-hour experience. 7.5 out of 10 for story. Definitely not a Last of Us type story or any sort of grand experience, but it can hold its own in the survival category. It's engaging, well-crafted characters, and has strong emotional points. 7.5 out of 10 for gameplay. I played this on the base PS4, no Pro, no PS5. I had some choppiness throughout, but honestly it never took me out of the game. The graphics are beautiful, gunplay is satisfying, especially when dropping round after round into a horde with traps going off and freakers coming at you from all sides trying to cut you off. Bike upgrades are severely noticeable, and well worth the grind of leveling your trust with the different camps. Bike handling as well is definitely fun, but that unfortunately was where I would experience some of the choppiness. So with all that being said, I have a question to answer for those who have stuck around. Days Gone, is it worth it to platinum? My answer is yes. $40 steady and can be seen on sale and free for PlayStation Plus. It is for sure a top quality grab for that price tag. Even though I've ranked it low on the difficulty aspect of achievability, it's still no doubt a worthy platinum for a Trophy Hunters collection. As for the average gamer and a newcomer to the trophy hunting world, it would be a great way to dip your feet into what it's like to achieve a lengthy platinum while being able to enjoy the game all in one playthrough. Hopefully not only one playthrough for the enjoyment, because there's much more content to be had in the challenges mode and the new game plus with added difficulties. Days Gone was something I wanted to play for a while, and after almost 4 years it still holds up to be a good ass game. I'm glad I finally got around to playing it. I'm itching to jump back into it. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope you enjoyed Days Gone as much of the Days Gone video that I just went over. Now, like I said in the beginning, if you do find yourself enjoying this video, if you do find yourself making it all the way to the end, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because they will help me push this series into a regular thing. Because it's going to take a lot of time to make these videos with my current schedule, so all the support helps out a lot and letting me know that it's worth it. Thank you everybody for watching. See you next time.